Question number 29 is negative 4x squared minus 7x is equal to negative 36. What is the positive solution to the given equation? See, whenever you see the word solution in a question, it always means that you have to find the value of the variable. So that means in this question, I need to find the value of the variable. Okay, so a standard quadratic equation is in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So let's leave this question over here and do one question when value of a is equal to 1, and we will learn two methods to solve it, right? So let's take example of say x squared minus 8x plus 32. Let's do it minus 12x plus 32. So there is an AC method. What is that AC method? AC method is whatever is the value of b, right? Whatever is the value of b, we write here. Here b is negative 12. And whatever is the value of multiplication of a times c, that is written here. So a is 1 and c is 32. So how will we write here? b is negative 12 and ac is 32. Once that is done, we try to find two numbers where the sum of the numbers is negative 12 and product is 32, right? So let's do this. Suppose I have 16 twos are no, it will not give me 12 as a number either by sum or by difference. Okay, let's do 8 fours are, yes, 8 fours are 32, that's correct. But I need negative 12 as the sum, right? So instead of 8 and 4, if I do negative 8 times negative 4, that will give me product as 32, because whenever two negative numbers are multiplied, the product is always positive. Also, if you do negative 8 minus 4, so it's negative 12. Now this is satisfied. So the two numbers are negative 8 and negative 4, right? So then what we do, we make two factors, write x here, right, and one of the numbers here and another of the numbers here, and this is equal to 0. See, whenever we have to solve the equation, it solve an equation, it has to be an equation. It is equal to 0 form. Now once that is done, we do x is equal to 8, right? Or you can say x minus 8 is equal to 0. So adding 8 on both sides, we get x is equal to 8, that is the first value, and x minus 4 is equal to 0, adding 4 on both sides, so cancelled, x is equal to 4. Now value of a is 1 here, and that is why it's quite easy that if you multiply x with x, you get x squared, right? But if this value is not 1, for example in our question, then it becomes a little bit tricky to do this question. So if this is the first method, let's learn another method too. Okay, see it step by step carefully. I'll do the question one more time. Write the question one more time. X square minus 12x plus 32 is equal to 0, right? And the two numbers, until finding the two numbers, it's same in method 1 as well as in method 2. So two numbers are negative 8 and negative 4. So instead of putting the factor form, we just split the middle term. X square is as it is, plus 32 is as it is, right? And then this negative 12x, we split it as negative 8x and negative 4x, right? This step, let's do step by step. This is step number 1. In step number 2, we make pairs, like this is the first pair and this is the second pair. So x square minus 8x. Whatever is the sign with it, that's okay. Just put minus sign outside and then write the second one. So we have made two pairs out of it, right? And then like what you can take common from here, x minus 8. Now from here I need to take -4. There is one condition, right? This factor should be same. X minus 8 should be same. So it's now take x minus 8 as common, and what is left? X minus 4 is equal to 0. Or you can simply learn it as that x minus 8 is one of the factors and whatever is remained, that is other factor. And now you apply the 0 property. So x minus 8 is equal to 0 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. 0 property is that if product of two numbers is 0, either of them is going to be 0. Now adding 8 on both sides. So x is equal to 8, and here adding 4 on both sides, x is equal to 4. So if you see both the methods, we have the same solutions. And finally we reach at the factor form, which we are doing here directly, right? But it is very easy when you have x squared here. Now let's see what is different in our question. Let's understand. First of all, this equation should be equal to 0 form. Okay, so to do this, negative 4x squared minus 7x, adding 36 on both sides, plus 36 plus 36, this is cancelled, is equal to 0. Now we always try to make x square coefficient positive, so we have to multiply by negative sign on both the sides, and when we multiply by negative sign, every term has an opposite sign, right? 4x square is negative, it will become positive. 7x is negative, it will become positive. 36 is positive, it will become negative. Okay, now just imagine, as I am doing here, like x and x, I am pretty sure that x square, this x will make x square. But in this question, what do you think? If I do 4x, right, and then x here, then it will be 4x squared. Or you can do 2x into x, that will also give you 4x squared, right? So it becomes a little bit tricky when a is not equal to 1, and then in that case this second method is a little bit like, it makes a little bit more sense. So let's do this method. First apply the AC method. So that means, if you are comfortable with this, you can do it with this. But if you are not comfortable with this, so second method is a little bit tricky one. So I'm solving it by the second method, right? Okay, so let's do AC cross first. Okay, so this is our cross. Now whatever is the b, that should be here. So b here is 7. And whatever is the product of a and c, what is a? Coefficient of x square. What is c? The constant term. So AC is here. AC is 4 times -6, which is 144. Now we need to find two numbers when we get the sum as +7 and product as -144. We know that if the product is negative, one number has to be negative and another has to be positive to make it a negative product number. So if I do like, what can be numbers? Okay, 16 and 9. 16 times 9 is 144. Now I need to check, I should put negative sign with 16 or with 9. So if I do -16 times 9, yes, it is -144, but -16 plus 9 gives me -7. But I need +7. So that means signs have to be reversed. Now we have two numbers, 16 and -9. So let's see the steps. Whatever are the two numbers, we are just splitting the middle term, that is step 1. Then we are making pairs, step 2. and then taking common, which is the opposite of distributive property. Let's do it one by one. So our question is 4x squared plus 7x minus 36 is equal to 0, right? 4x squared as it is minus 36 as it is equal to 0. Now this middle term, this is also known as middle term splitting method, because we are going to split the middle term as plus 16x minus 9x. See, the basic value is 7x itself. It's not changing, right? So what we have done, we have split the middle single term into two terms. That is why it is known as middle term splitting method. Now what is the next step? We have to make pair. 4x squared plus 16x is first pair. Always put positive sign here, and whatever is left, write next to it is equal to 0. Now what is the next step according to the question? We have to take common, right? We can rub this so that we can get enough space to do the work. Okay, so from here, how do we take common? It is 4x squared plus 16x, right? So we will break it into factors. 4 times x, and 16x is 4 times 4 times 4x. So 4x is common in both. We will write it outside, 4x. And what is left? X plus 4. So this particular part, first factor is this. Now let's take common from the second one. Negative 9x minus 36. Let's break it. Negative times 9 times x, negative times 9 times 4 times no x here. Okay, so what can be taken common? Negative sign and 9. So negative 9 common. What is left? X plus 4. So negative 9 x plus 4. This positive and this negative will become negative. Now there is a condition that inside the parenthesis we have the same term, x plus 4, x plus 4. That means we are going right. Okay, now what is the next step? Next step is we will take x plus 4 common, and what is left from the first part? 4x, and what is from the second part? 4x minus 9 is equal to 0. If you want to make it easy, right, just x plus 4 outside, and what is left? Inside. Now we are going to apply the 0 property. So what is the 0 property? If product of two factors or numbers is 0, that means any of them can be 0. It can be x plus 4 is equal to 0, or 4x minus 9 is equal to 0. So subtracting 4 on both sides, here x is equal to negative 4, and subtracting or adding 9 on both sides, so it will become 4x, this is cancelled, is equal to 9. Now we will divide by 4 on both sides, so x is equal to 9 by 4. So the two solutions of this equation is, one is negative 4 and another one is 9 by 4, right? And we have to find the positive solution, so B is the right